everybody, friends, musings for the month of October. Time is flying when you're having fun. So as usual, a couple of tips and tricks, and then we'll cover the RBA. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is due diligence. Due diligence is a team sport. What do I mean by that? Well, as usual, we are only as good as our team. We need to invite our advisors to help us, to give us the good support that is so tremendous and leads to the best result. So what does it mean? First, the accountant. What structure do we set it up in? Which is really, really important for the end result. As usual, we want to keep the end goal in mind. The buyer's advocate, the advisors in regard to location, reports, data. Which location do we want to buy in? The conveyancer, the legal eagle, get the contract right, and so on and so forth. We are only as good as our team. Involve your team, get it going, get it done properly, and get the specialists on board. Due diligence can also be divided up into various categories. One is financially. The first thing, as far as I'm concerned, is to make sure that the area that we are locating in is working financially. So, what has been the history? What were the last reports? What is the prognosis? Where's the area going to go? Then we go into the location itself. What are the statistics about it? Is there growth, population growth? Is there investment? What's happening? Check it out. That's the way to do it. That's the way that we recognize risk and mitigate against it. Legally, can you live with a contract? I have every contract checked out by our conveyancer and our legal eagle. You don't want to wake up and find out that you cannot live with a covenant. You don't want to wake up and find out that the building contract advantages the builder to no end. You want to make sure that you have a building inspection clause that is in no standard contract in Australia. You want to make sure that that is in, and that the payment, the last payment, is made on rectification of defects. Again, a clause that is in no standard contract of Australia. You need to make sure that the contract conditions are protecting us as the investor. Then there's, of course, the investigation into the other matters. And there's a whole kit and caboodle about it. If you want, send us an email, we can give you a checklist. That's easy. Now, in regards to the RBA, well, as expected, the rate has gone down a further 25 basis points, 0.25% down to 0.75. Historically low, unheard of, which is really, really great to get money that cheap. So here it is, 0.75%. Be very interesting how much the banks pass on. And that means we have the lowest rate for borrowings ever. Okay, have a good month, get to it and enjoy. Bye-bye.